Good evening and welcome to EBEONADI103.5FM News Update. Today, Thursday, the 5th day of December 2024, and the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Efran Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines: Stop sabotaging Soludo's free education policy. ASUBEB boss warns head teachers. Governor Mba unveils a 971 billion naira 2025 budget. Oti knocks PDP for establishing shadow government in Abia. Suspects arrested as security forces clamp down on ESN hideout in Imo State. Galatasaray president unveils about Oshime's bishop. Amnesty International report concludes Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Now, details. Stop sabotaging Soludo's free education policy. ASUBEB boss warns head teachers. The executive chairman of Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Vera Nkiru Mwadinobi, has warned head teachers in all government and public schools to stop sabotaging Governor Chukwumacha Soludo's free education policy in the state. Dr. Mwadinobi issued the warning while briefing journalists at the ASUBEB board room in Oka on Wednesday. This followed reports of some head teachers being apprehended for illegally collecting fees and levies from students, despite the government's pro-warnings. According to her, I am compelled to address you today, Suku, to the disturbing incidents currently happening in some of our primary and junior secondary schools in Anambra State. Dr. Mwadinobi highlighted that since the policy's implementation, there has been smooth progress leading to increased enrollment in public schools and the elimination of out-of-school syndrome. She noted that many indigent parents and guardians have expressed relief as the financial burden of school fees and other associated costs has been significantly reduced. Governor Mba unveils 971 billion naira 2025 budget. In a groundbreaking move, Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State has unveiled a bold 971 billion naira budget for 2025, dubbed the budget of exponential growth and inclusive prosperity. The unprecedented financial plan not only sets a record in the state's history but also positions Enugu as a model for strategic fiscal management and transformative development in Nigeria. Governor Mba's administration has achieved a remarkable 240% increase in internally generated revenue within just 1 year. Enugu's IGR rose from 26 billion naira in 2022 and 37 billion naira in 2023 to an impressive 144 billion naira in 2024, with projections to exceed 200 billion naira by the end of 2025. The feat places Enugu among Nigeria's top performing states, drawing parallels to Lagos under former Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who similarly revolutionized revenue generation. Oti knocks PDP for establishing shadow government in Abia. Governor Alex Oti of Abia State has criticized the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the state for setting up a shadow government in the state, describing it as a tremendous offense. Oti stated this during a critical meeting with leaders of workers' unions in the state, vowing to take several legal actions against within the framework of the law against the opposition party. While raising eyebrows over the development, the governor described the move as baseless and an indication of ignorance about Nigeria's political structure. Newsman records that the opposition PDP in Abia State had announced the formation of a shadow government in the state, appointing a speaker and shadow commissioners, claiming the move was aimed at holding the ruling administration accountable. Ruti clarified that the nation's presidential democracy is not familiar with the idea of a shadow administration, adding that he had instructed the state's attorney general and commissioner for justice, Ikechukwu Owanina, to address the matter decisively within the framework of the law. Suspects arrested as security forces clamp down on ESN hideout in Imo State. Security forces in Imo have successfully raided a hideout of the Eastern Security Network in Ako, Okigwe, local government area of the state. The operation, carried out over several weeks, led to the dismantling of a major base used for coordinating attacks on security personnel and civilians. The hideout was reportedly linked to a notorious ESN commander known as Gento. Law enforcement officers discovered a cache of weapons and other incriminating materials, leading to the arrest of key suspects. ASP Henry Okoye, the public police relations officer for Imo State, confirmed the development on social media. He revealed that the operation involved joint efforts by security agencies and yielded critical intelligence. Authorities described the discovery of the hideout as evidence of the group's criminal intentions, which included attack on the guise of a freedom struggle. Galatasaray president unfazed about Oshime's future. Galatasaray president Dusun Ospek has revealed his unfazed about Oshime's future, hinting the decision lies with the Super Eagles forward. The 25-year-old striker joined Simbom Aslan on loan from Napoli in September and has gone on to score 9 goals and provide 4 assists in 13 games for Galatasaray, helping them to the top of the Super League. His top form has sparked interest from other European clubs, but he's revealed he won't be leaving the club during the winter transfer window. While Galatasaray are also keen on retaining Oshime's services permanently, Uzbek revealed the final decisions ultimately lies with the former LOSC Lille striker. Victor Osimhen came like a 100-year-old to Galatasaray and is adapting. And if you see his attitude in Floya, I think we also had a part to play there, and I'm very happy. Those who cannot adapt to this atmosphere cannot stay in Galatasaray anyway. He is our player this season. There is a very difficult clause for him to leave during the mid-season break, according to our agreement. He will play for us until the end of the season, the 75-year-old said. You're listening to News Update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Amnesty International report concludes Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Amnesty International on Thursday accused Israel of committing genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza since the start of the war last year, saying its new report was a wake up call for the international community. The London based rights organization said its findings were based on dehumanizing and genocidal statements by Israeli government and military officials, satellite images documenting devastations, field work, and ground reports from Gazans. Month after month, Israel has treated Palestinians in Gaza as a subhuman group unworthy of human rights and dignity, demonstrating its intent to physically destroy them. Amnesty chief Agnes Cloudmad said in a statement the Palestinian group Hamas launched an unprecedented attack inside southern Israel on October 7, 2023, triggering a deadly Israeli military offensive on Gaza as Israeli officials vow to crush the militant group. A total of 1,208 people in southern Israel, mostly civilians, were killed during the Hamas attack. Since then, at least 44,532 people have been killed in Gaza, mostly civilians, according to the Hamas run health ministry, deemed reliable by the United Nations. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Stop sabotaging Soludo's free education policy. ASUBEB boss warns head teachers. Governor Mba unveils the 971 billion naira 2025 budget. Oti knocks PDP for establishing shadow government in Abia. Suspects arrested as security forces clamp down on ESN hideout in Imo State. Galatasaray president unveils about Oshime's future. Amnesty International report concludes Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. You just listened to news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie. Thank you for listening. Good evening. Here we go.
Listen to news updates on EBEONADI 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. EBEONADI FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas this year, 2024, is going to be off the hook.
where are my choristers?